Speaking of energy, fracking is an important industry for Pennsylvania in terms of jobs and low energy prices, but there are environmental concerns. Neighboring states have banned it. Our poll of Pennsylvania voters shows support for more fracking in this state, and you all have championed local production of coal, oil, and natural gas. We begin with you, Mr. Barletta. Do you believe there should be more, less, or the same amount of fracking in Pennsylvania, and why? 60 seconds.
Drill, baby, drill. I mean, this is Pennsylvania's future. The first thing I'm going to do is take us out of RGGI, the Regional Greenhouse Gas Initiative. It's ludicrous to think that we would have a governor here in Pennsylvania and an attorney general who would do the same, that would literally eliminate any kind of jobs we have, natural gas jobs and energy jobs we have in Pennsylvania by putting us in RGGI. I'm going to take us out of RGGI immediately. We've got to build the pipelines. We've got to get this gas. We were blessed with more natural gas under our feet than any country in the world. We can be exporting LNG. Instead of polluting the air in Russia with Russian natural gas, we could be doing better, cleaner and better right here in Pennsylvania. But we have to build the pipelines. Having all this natural gas under our feet without building the pipelines is like being in college and having a keg of beer without a tap. It doesn't make any sense. We're going to tap into that gas. We're going to get it out to the market, and Pennsylvania will be a leader, and businesses will be moving here because of it.
All right, thank you. Turning to you, Mr. Mastriano, 60 seconds. Do you believe that there should be more, less, or the same amount of fracking in Pennsylvania, and why 60 seconds?
Absolutely more, and I was an Eagle Scout, so I do love the environment, and I did a study on this here. 99% of the wells are safe. There's very few wells that have leakage and have contaminated the local environment. And when I was in the Army with the top secret clearance, we did some studies, and the Russians were funding some of these movies that showed fracking was a very dangerous thing. Those are a lot of them fraud. You know it's bad in America when you're running out of gas in the wintertime in 2018 in Boston, and instead of getting off of Pennsylvania, they bring in 2 ships from Siberia 4,500 miles away. So with these failed Democrat policies and these delusional environmental policies preventing pipelines and our ability to export to our neighboring states here, we've emboldened and enriched Vladimir Putin, who's waging war on the beautiful people of Ukraine. It's time that we bring the jobs here, the energy here. Working with Lithuania, they said they wanted to buy natural gas off of Pennsylvania, but we couldn't get it to them in sufficient numbers. Speaking with the former Minister of Defense, Razadju Kamenitsa, this will safeguard our allies overseas and reduce the war, the chances of war with Vladimir Putin in Russia again by taking us off of Russian oil and gas. You know, we're blessed. It's time to remove Wolf's regulations on day one. We're at a RGGI on day one, and we're going to open up our fracking like you wouldn't believe it.
All right, thank you. Turning to you, Mr. White, same question in 60 seconds. Do you believe there should be more, less, or the same amount of fracking here in Pennsylvania? 60 seconds, and why?
No, we're going to have more fracking, without a doubt. We are going to have a transportation system for that product. I'm the only one that literally has a plan that I've been talking about for 6 months. I talked about it on Dennis's show when I first sat with him 6 months ago. That will put pipelines through the right-of-ways and our turnpikes, the Northeast extensions, the interstates. That's how you get economic development across this whole state. It'll take it down to the southeast where we have rivers and we have ports. We can expand that. We have to also dredge the Delaware because this side of the Delaware is not deep enough to load the liquefied natural gas. So we have to work along with the congressman on that as well to get that dredged. Right now you have to ship it over to New Jersey, and New Jersey's governor doesn't want us to do that. And I'm never going to let another governor tell Pennsylvania how they can use their own resources. But we will frack, we'll get it going. That'll bring in additional revenue to our state, and it'll grow our economy. Great paying, 6-figure jobs, 50 to 60,000 of them very quickly.
Thank you, Mr. White. Turning to you, Mr. McSwain, you heard the other candidates on the stage. They all have said more fracking. Do you believe there should be more, less, or the same amount of fracking in Pennsylvania? 60 seconds.
Much more, a lot more. I will be the pro-energy governor, and we're going to turn on the spigot of natural gas. I think that's the one thing, the most important thing that we can do to get our economy moving. It's going to supercharge our economy. It's going to bring jobs and prosperity to our state. There's also an element of patriotism to it because we serve national security when we are energy independent. Pennsylvania can help America be energy independent. And also, as we've seen, the tragedy unfold on our television screens about the invasion of the Ukraine. Vladimir Putin invaded the Ukraine because he thought he had leverage over the West, because he was supplying natural gas to Western Europe and to Germany and some energy to America. We in Pennsylvania should be supplying that energy. We shouldn't be giving power to tyrants. And also, it's important to recognize that this is also a green initiative. The reduction in greenhouse gases that we've seen over the last 2 decades have almost all been because we're burning cleaner fuels and natural gas. So if you care about the environment, you want to frack more.